including snacks.
Oh shit, that is too funny. Okay,
Yo.
good. Everybody still here? Check. We gonna hear each other.
Yup.
All right.
Hi.
I know. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lotus Snacks Anime Chat Podcast, episode 26. I believe, if I'm correct. Usual suspects are here. The plushie queen is here in her new office. She's officially got it now, so she has a background. She's got a fresh headset now, crystal clear camera. Like you know what I'm saying? She's looking like a streamer right now.
Yup. Looking like she's official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official
We got Noah
dish.
in the building to drop some news on us and debate some anime. Myself, Sin is here. And you know what it is. We're ready to get started to talk about some anime this week. Are y'all ready to talk about some anime?
Hell yeah.
I'm always ready to talk about some. Let's talk about some anime.
Okay. So number one on the docket. Noah, what do we need to know about this week?
Let's go. First thing we got. All right.
How many records did Solo Leveling break this week?
So first thing we got is
All
we
of
got to
them.
talk about solo leveling because
All of them.
course.
Good. I just finished rewatching it.
rewatching.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She had
I
watched it when
rewatched
we
at
watched
work
it. I
like
was
twice.
texting her like,
Mhm.
"She haven't watched this yet?" Like, holy shit! Like, yeah.
Man, y'all, at halfway through the season. Now I knew people would love solo leveling, but I didn't know. Listen, even
It's gonna be like
myself could
this?
not have predicted how freaking great this shit would be. I had no idea. Like I knew people would love it, even if it had a mediocre, like mid-level animation, like let's say Kenshin, right? Nothing over the top, but still looks good. I thought
Right.
people would still like it, but I didn't think it would do what this did. Halfway through the season, I was like, I don't know, it's kind of JJK level, like kind of similar, but not
Okay.
quite. Now it is 100% JJK level season
Yeah.
2, like
Yeah.
with the hype, 100%.
Between the top-notch action and his aura farming the whole time, it's something.
just
Well, I
we've
just
seen
mean
every
like
week.
the genuine hype, like the
Yeah.
memes, people talking about it, the fact that it literally has transcended anime. There's only a few titles that truly transcend, as in this person doesn't watch anime, but they're talking about solo leveling,
yeah.
or Jujutsu Kaisen, or Attack on Titan,
But say
or
AOT
Naruto.
definitely, yeah. Mhm.
Those are like the
AOT was
main ones
crazy.
of like the last 10, 12, 15 years that I can think of. Is like Naruto, Attack on Titan,
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer,
Mhm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, and now this. That's a very small
Yeah.
elite
Yep.
group of titles.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Solo Leveling is there after this week. I definitely think they are. So that being said, they broke their own record for the 4th time,
Oh my
being
god.
the fastest episode to hit 100K likes in an hour and 20
That's
minutes.
insane.
Crash Crunchyroll for a minute, like not for a minute, for literally 1 minute before the episode dropped, the whole thing crashed. And it's funny because I woke up this day and I'm off this day. I usually am up earlier, and I woke up at like 9ish, 10ish, and I'm like, let me just see if the episode dropped. The whole thing wouldn't load. Goes to website, whole website won't load. I'm looking on Twitter, I'm seeing posts. I'm like, no, I'll look later.
Right.
I'll look
Yeah.
later. I go back to
No,
They
sleep.
broke it.
not
Yeah,
now.
they broke it. Yeah.
They broke it again. So
Worth it.
generational run this
Definitely.
season, with episode 2 being a 9.5, episode 6 being a 9.7. All this is on IMDb. Episode 11 being a 9.7, and episode 12 being a 9.9, making it the highest rated overall TV show on IMDb of 2024 so far, which is
Oh
crazy.
my
Basically, what they're
goodness.
saying is, if you're not already on the train, get on it.
Get.
Yeah.
Everybody's on it, honestly.
And it's
just like
worth it.
probably the only people who aren't watching it is people who are waiting for it to finish, and yeah, which I don't blame you. So that being said, we'll talk about it later when we talk about our favorite episodes.
threes, yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's some records that were broken by Soul Leveling this week. Next, Chainsaw Man movie has finally got a release date.
Let's go.
Yes.
Finally got a release date, y'all. Release scheduled for September 17th in Japan, which means we could expect it in the US probably sometime October.
I'm gonna say
like
late October, early November sometime.
probably November, December. Hopefully not before January.
Yeah.
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 So this is hype. Hopefully, It's crazy to me. Season 2 of JJK and a movie, 2 movies, because the first movie came out after season 1 of Chainsaw Man. Season 1, a movie, 2 movies, and a whole season before we get even any parts of season 2 of Chainsaw Man.
Right.
That is what Demon Slayer has done to the anime community, bro.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah.
This arc is gonna make anybody who's kind of, Gabby, anybody who's kind of on the fence or like Chainsaw Man was cool, but I didn't get enough. This arc is really gonna
This
drag
is
you in.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna get sucked in, and you're gonna see a wave of people just like a Chainsaw Man. It's gonna
And
be
it's like it really Chainsaw Man has a good job of building a connection in your heart and then ripping it apart. So that's just going to be all the talk, and I know it is, because with that, them sappy sad stories and JJK and all them characters dying, people like, I can't handle JJK, the most basic character deaths I've ever seen. No offense, I loved it. It was beautiful. Season 2, 10 out of 10 anime. Character
Yeah.
deaths weren't that sad. Come on. Nanami was sad, the rest mid, in my opinion, but they're a little more impactful in this. So I think that
Okay.
you've been reading, Lo.
Yeah, I'm on
You did
chapter
your homework.
I'm on chapter 29 right now.
Okay.
I didn't do too much reading over the weekend. I used that to sleep. I needed to catch up on some sleep, so I took very long naps throughout the weekend. I needed some time to rest, so I did a little bit of
Okay.
gaming and did that. And then when I wasn't doing that, I was catching up on Fire Force. So
Okay.
yeah, so I was running through that. So like I said, I'm only on chapter 29. I want to be further along, but I'm still consistently moving through it. So
Y'all hear that, chat?
Mhm.
That's excuses just flying out left and right now.
what? And like I said, I wasn't watching it. I just said
You hear it
I
too,
didn't,
Gabby.
I didn't get as far as
He said
I
that's
wanted to.
excuses.
I'm over here like Sung Jin Woo.
Okay.
Nah, but that's good. I'm glad you're up there. 29 chapters, still 29 chapters. But yeah, we can talk about that later. That's hype. I'm super happy for this. Y'all know Chainsaw Man is one of my favorite newer series.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
we'll see how this goes. Hopefully season 2 can be announced sooner than later. And hopefully it's 24 episodes. That would be great. Maybe if they pump out, but to be honest, I don't know with how well JJK season 2 did. I'm just like, don't you see? It's all about the animation. Just put the same effort without killing these animators. The same effort
Please do not kill
into
the animators. That is the stipulation.
That is
they're
very
the most
important.
important part.
Mhm.
And put that in the Chainsaw Man, and then people will be all over it. And then you'll have another moneymaker. What did JJK make? Like $5 billion or something last
Something
year
stupid.
we talked about. So next is trailer time. We have 3 of them. What do y'all think?
So we just watched the Kaiju number 8 season 2 trailer, and I liked everything I saw. Honestly,
I'm so excited.
I like seeing the massive destruction going on from the Kaijus. Still, it is a Kaiju show, so I like to see that in my Kaiju stuff. So I like to see that. Apparently, Kafka got moved to Division 1 now, so we got new players. We're getting introduced to new characters to see or whatever. And I like that old girl's with him too. I can't think of her name, but with the accent, whatever. I like she's with him too. So I was looking for my boy though. His other boy.
Kafka's in Division 3.
Well, I know Kaiju got moved. Didn't they say in the trailer he got moved to Division 1?
Oh, maybe it was temporarily, but he operates in Division 3 with his
Or maybe he
homegirl
got temporarily assigned there for
and the
whatever
Levi
reason.
guy.
But
Yeah, I can't remember now because that's the way at the beginning. But yeah. Anyways,
whatever they're getting into in this season, he's going to be with them. So what seems like from the trailer, and that's got me hype. I can tell the difference in the animation between all the characters. It's a little bit more, I don't know, like clean or smooth now.
It's more stylized.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
and I do
what do you
like
think,
that.
Gabby?
I think that's you could just with the first division guy, Mr. Lovely Pink Hair. Oh my
Jin
god,
Narumi.
Generumi, that's what his name was. I have the trouble pronouncing it, so thank you. Yeah, I like that we got to see him with his hair down because I don't think, unless you're a manga reader, I don't think anyone really knew he wore his hair down because you don't really see that unless you read. So at first, people are like, "What is that?" I'm like, no, that's the same character. He just flips his hair up.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think just from seeing him flip his hair up and the eyes, he already looks 100% better than when we saw him at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
He had like no form. His hair was like flat and it wasn't, again, stylized, and had like the harsh lines, and I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah,
100% better.
yeah, I
So
agree.
it definitely looks more like the actual manga characters now. Even like Sin, you said there's little tweaks for each of the characters.
Mhm.
The lines were
Hmm.
bolder, sketchier almost in some ways, and I'm really excited for this. Just art style alone makes me excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I think that well, first of all, y'all know, y'all probably see some images. This side is the manga version of Jin Narumi. And then this side is what he looked like in season one, which as we know,
Y'all were
and as
pissed off. I
many of
remember y'all
y'all
was
who even
pissed.
seen it, because we was pissed. And
We
like
Hmm.
I
we were
said,
watching together, and you were so heated when they put him on screen and showed him. He was livid.
He
it's
was.
rare that this what's happening in this season two happens. It's very rare. And that's why you get so upset as a reader of manga, which you're going to find out when you start reading stuff and watching
Mhm.
stuff, is because when you're watching it, it's like they got one chance to get it right. And now with this new high production stuff isn't coming back anytime soon, and you're not going to remake it. So if you give me this now, that's great, but it's like you're giving people something that's not fully what it is. And that's kind of
Yeah.
how I feel about solo leveling, because I was like, people would love this even more, as much as they do now, even more. Right.
Mhm.
So when I'm seeing this and I'm watching, I'm like, everything was perfect. That's why season two, I'm looking at this trailer, I'm like, I have no issues. Animation, I'm not even worried. I was just hyped to see it. Soundtrack, all that stuff we
Mhm.
know is good. They did great with that. But the character design was where they messed up. And it seems like they heard fans' cries,
Yeah.
because I've never seen such a rapid change, which maybe now you pop up the actual new version that I sent you of Jin Narumi, which looks great. He's got a square chin, or not like a square chin, but like a rounded chin. He's
Mhm.
got like the cool guy look back, and he doesn't
Mhm.
look like he's from Rick and Morty. I was super happy that they changed these designs, because he looks badass. And him and Hoshino, the Levi dude, are like, you know what I'm saying, in the manga community, they're like the heartthrobs, the ones that all the girls like and stuff like that. So I'm like, he looked
Oh,
like a little
Hoshino.
Twiggy boy in the original version, how they
Mhm.
did it. So I was like, he definitely didn't have aura, which he has.
You
So
got it
I was
now.
excited to see that.
You could see his attitude in the character. He was just so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
flat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's definitely hype to see. And I'm so surprised, and it's crazy what we're in now. Like, this wouldn't happen when we were kids. Like, you got what you got.
Yeah.
And that's why I said
And
this.
taking it and shut up. Yeah.
Take it and shut up. The
Yeah.
studio director, and that is always, I say this all the time, is in charge of this stuff. So if they're not changing, and that's what I was going to look up. I forgot to look up if season two had a different art director, but I doubt it, because the art looks really similar. It looks like they just made some tweaks. So even Kikoru Shinomiya, the yellow haired girl, she looked better. I
Mhm.
didn't
Hmm.
really get a good look at Kafka, but yeah, they definitely, I was very surprised to see that.
I'm super
Um,
excited for season 2. Super excited
I
for
am
that.
too. The fights get so crazy. I really hope Production
I'm
IG
so
locks in,
excited.
because
And we start
if
off the
they
year with
really do it, it
Solo, and
could be
then
just like Solo
ooh,
Leveling.
I said we start off
It
the year with
really
a
could.
banger like Solo. Then we can come behind it with this. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. So next, with the trailers to One Piece season, or not season, Egghead is supposed to return with 2 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
an hour-long release. So,
Yes.
or not an hour with one, that's gonna be like a 30-minute release with One
Right.
Piece, but with all their fluff is 12
I
minutes of
can't
content.
deny.
But yeah, it's great that we're getting 2 episodes, and we have a trailer for the Egghead arc.
I've already seen this one because I got too excited.
No, that's
Of course.
okay.
But my excitement
So let's
level will
check
be
out
the
this
same.
trailer.
I want that new opening. I want to hear it all. Give it to me already.
I love One Piece so much. I'm
Oh
so
my god.
excited for this, man.
Yeah.
That looks so
Yeah.
good. I can't wait to sit down and catch up too after I finish
Hmm.
rewatching Fire Force. But
Same here. I gotta do that with part 1 of Egghead Island. So as soon as I
mm-hmm,
finish up with Fire Force.
I am so excited for Egghead Part 2. I
mm-hmm.
already know what's going to happen. I want to see it animated. More Gear 5, please.
We definitely saw Gear Five
Oh
in
my
in that
goodness.
trailer.
Oh, Gear
If
5
they
is
do
is
that, if
is
they
so
do
much fun
that
here.
panel right, you know the one panel with Luffy standing
Man.
in front of them or
Mm-hmm.
floating in front of them, I guess. If they do that
Uh-huh.
panel right, oh, that's gonna be viral as hell. It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
everywhere.
screaming every single episode. I
Yeah,
swear.
that's
Like
gonna be
be
great. I
screaming.
can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Ditto.
So One Piece fans know we're super excited for that.
Heck yeah.
And hopefully it comes back with a banger.
I have a feeling it will.
I do too. One more trailer I have is called Sentenced to be a Hero. This series is done by Studio Kai and it's an adaptation of a light novel. So you know
Okay.
that's
Oh.
a potential for a high quality story always.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um the staff on this is really good because I didn't know any of the voice actors, so I went to check out the staff. And the director's name is Hiroyuki Takashima, and he is the director of One Punch Man season one, ReZero season one, Akame ga Kill, Chainsaw Man, Mashuko Tensei, Sword Art
Okay.
Online, Dress of Darling, Mashuko Tensei season two, Banana Fish, Steins Gate. This man is a
Oh, he
legend.
cooking. Yeah.
So
He got one hell of a resume.
he's the director of it. So just already I saw a clip of the trial. I was like, I'll wait. I want to watch it with them. This is coming out in the summer season, coming up in July.
Okay.
Okay.
Um the the original creator doesn't have anything notable. And then the music director. No, it wasn't it. What was the other person on here that was really cool? Um oh, the studio is Studio Kai, and they do what else do they do? They done Ace of Tennis, um what's this one called? Skeleton Knight in Otherworld, which had pretty good animation. That was a little bit of CG, but good animation.
Okay.
So they're a pretty good studio. So this one looks dope, and I wanted to watch the trailer with you guys, and I have it here.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. This one's called Sentenced to be a Hero. I'll say the longer name after we watch the trailer. Okay, that shit just moved way up.
Yeah, that looks
That looks
impressive.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
was crazy.
god.
Yeah.
That was quite a trailer.
Yeah.
They gave me a whole vibe of like we're coming for like an action sequence of the year type of thing. Like I think they're gonna have some
They
stellar,
could.
yeah, stellar sequences. Yeah, because that looked great.
That looked really good.
Yeah,
That
They
looked
had great character designs. Oh my goodness.
yeah, that too.
yes.
Yeah,
The
one
character
hundred
designs,
percent,
but the hand-drawn art looked
Oh,
beautiful.
it's
Oh my
gorgeous.
goodness. That's why I
fantastic.
love Mashuko Tensei so much. It's just
Mhm.
their artwork. This the full name is Sentenced to be a Hero, the Prison Records of Penal Hero Unit 9004. That's the full name. So we'll call it Sentenced to be a Hero.
Yeah, yeah, we just keep it there. Yeah,
I'm done with these long names. We keep going.
Uh, so we'll call it that.
Okay.
The main voice actor is what is some notable roles? I haven't looked and I didn't see anything that I recognize that he's
Whoever
done.
is
Let's
that
see.
male voice at the end, that sounded really familiar.
Oh, he's done something from uh he did something from The Witch of Mercury. Um
Mm,
One of the antagonist characters. He's okay, he did Death Pierce in Seven Deadly Sins.
no wonder.
Um and yeah, nobody else that I know. And then the main girl is she's done oh, she did Seer, who's also Freya in Danmachi.
hmm
Hmm.
She does Makio, one of the wives in Demon Slayer. So she's got some stuff. So yeah, this one looks like after that trailer, I was saving that trailer. That definitely just moved way up on my
It
list.
did
Yeah,
for real. Yeah.
for sure.
I feel like that one's gonna be a secret gem that people start
Yep.
talking about based on that trailer.
Yep. I
Mhm.
agree.
Um yeah, so that's all the trailers that we have. And other than that, just a few more things. Blue Lock released a Michael Kaiser visual for something about the next season. I'm not caught up, so I couldn't even reference it,
Okay.
but y'all can see it. July 2025, which will be the summer season, is core two of Sakamoto Days.
Okay. Not far
Yay.
away. Good.
Super
Good.
hyped for it.
Yes.
Really quick. Yeah.
Some good stuff. I appreciate the quickness.
I
This
Yeah.
is
love
another
Sasuke
background
Energy.
anime for me, so I need a lot of those. Especially, it's nice that they're all on Netflix too.
That helps. Yeah.
I think from here they're gonna have to start diving into the story more. So
Yeah.
that was probably like the series introduction because there's a lot of chapters of this one. So
Mm-hmm.
Get everybody
Good.
excited
That means
about it. Yeah.
more.
Introduce you to
yep,
the players. Yeah.
yep.
Season two will
I like
definitely,
that.
will definitely dive more into the background and story and stuff like that. Yeah.
There was a Dragon Maid's key visual dropped,
Hmm.
which this looks really good. Hang on, I'll show it to you guys. I believe that they used art from like stills of art from the movie. If you look at it, you can kind of tell it looks like movement animation frozen, and they compiled it to make that. That's like the movie key visual, and it
Oh,
looks
cute.
really really good.
Yeah, it
It does.
does.
And based on the art they're showing, it looks like it's gonna have some action in there. And the team that does Dragon Maids is really good, which is I don't know which I forget which studio is that. Kodakawa Animation
Well, I don't want to say you're right.
that does Dragon Maids. Kyoto Animation, not Kodakawa. I meant Kyoto, and they're really good. They've done Euphonium, which Gabby, I don't know if you know about that one.
I do not actually.
Um, if you have, you need to watch this. Sound Euphonium 3.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
You need to watch this. This
Okay.
is an incredible anime, like shoujo anime. The art for that is really good. They've done Violet Evergarden, which
Which
everybody
is
knows,
really good. Yeah.
godly animation.
Yeah, it's
So yeah.
beautiful.
So they do Dragon Maids as well. And actually, I sent you a little clip of like everyone, maybe anyone who's seen Dragon Maid knows that maybe you'll see a 2-second clip of a Dragon Ball Z level fight that just happens in the third season out of nowhere. And yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So their potential is like shonen level because that fight in season 3 was crazy. Yeah. But wait, have you seen this one, Gabby?
Mm-mm.
Okay, this one, and first of all, this is a lesbian shoujo, like not fully lesbian, but like lesbian, like
The music
color,
one?
like yeah, no, Dragon Maids.
Miss
Oh,
Kobayashi
Dragon
Dragon
Maid.
Maid.
No, no, I have
Yeah.
not seen this one. It's one of the those animes that I always saw being advertised and like shown, and I was like, I don't want to watch it.
You would love this one. It's lesbian colored, and it's just genuinely a good slice of
Little
life.
sprinkle.
But when I
Lesbian
say
colored.
colored, I mean because it's highly emphasized in the
Yeah,
series that this is what about, but it's
it's
not.
it's like
It's
free.
just super. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's super implied. There's not like it's just I don't know. You'll see when you watch it. You'll know exactly what I mean.
It's coded.
Um,
It's coded.
yeah, coded. It's the word I meant to say, not color. Um, Sound Euphonium is an excellent music anime. Probably one of my favorites. If I were to think about it now, might be my favorite music anime.
Okay.
And then last but not least, Oshinoko. I don't know why I put these two together because they're definitely not on the same tier. But Oshinoko and Pain Soldier both are announced for 2026.
Okay.
Not announced, but there are no more things, major things are being announced for 2025.
Hmm.
Mm.
So unless it's like a surprise. So they were in the announcements for 2026 and they released the key visual. So I think it was announced for 2026.
Okay. That's
Oh,
cool.
So
Oshinoko
I'm
returns next
excited for
year.
that.
Hmm.
But I wish it was a little closer for Oshinoko because I feel like a lot of people fell off because I told you this before this season dropped that the play season was mid. I told you this,
that's
and it
why
was
people
mid.
fell off because there
Yes, and
wasn't
I
that much to
Because
it.
because nothing happens until the end of that season.
I mean, even if stuff does happen, it's not exciting in a play. Like I can
No.
see this
Yeah,
play,
no.
but the play was like the whole thing. That's why I was reading it. The whole thing was like 8 episodes. It's like, bro, it's a play. That should have been like 3 episodes.
The
Max.
play
Yeah.
didn't really do much to the
It
story.
didn't.
No. No.
It
I
didn't
mean,
even develop like it developed his acting kind of, but we don't care about that. We care about that more
No,
for
we don't.
Ruby.
Yeah.
For Aqua, we care about just him getting his revenge. I don't give a crap
yeah.
about
Yeah,
him
because
unlocking
he
his
never
acting.
did the acting for acting. He did the acting to get
Exactly.
it for his revenge. So why do
Hmm.
we all of a sudden care about his acting?
And the only reason he's a good actor is because he's like a 70-year-old in a 20-year-old's body. So
Yeah.
he's just really good at
Exactly.
expressing emotions.
Hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but I am excited for this because this season from here on it gets really twisty.
Good. Good. So I like
Yeah.
this one. And I want to get more into the drama of it. So,
Yeah.
yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
1000%.
Hell yeah, me too. There we go. That's all the news.
All
Thank
right.
you, Noah.
Thank you for that, Noah. All right.
No
So, next
problem.
up on the docket, Gabby, you have a topic for us this week?
I do. I do have a topic.
Okay. What is it this week?
I do. I do. So this week's topic is kind of another deep one. It's about serious social issues in anime and how anime can go about being another way to kind of tackle these things. What would you say probably are some of the best animes? You can just pick one, or you can give multiple examples that have tackled some serious social issues. Just to start y'all off, um, I'm gonna give I have a few listed here just like briefly, but we've talked about Death Note multiple times here.
Hmm.
Death Note really explores themes of morality, justice, the consequences of someone getting all this power to their head at once, and how that can turn someone from a normal college student into a serial killer. We've
Yeah.
gotten, and then Neon Genesis, exploring different themes of mental health and struggle to find your place in the world when you don't know what's going on, as well as critiquing traditional gender roles when it came to the mechs and the characters' inner thoughts. But those are two examples that I think a lot of people are pretty well versed in. One, Death Note's popular from when we were younger. Neon
Hmm.
Genesis is just an extremely popular movie and episodic series as well. Um, but what are some ones that you guys have thought have tackled some issues fairly well? And even if you think there's one that maybe hasn't tackled one well, maybe how could it
It
improve?
could be a social issue.
It could be a social issue.
First thing that popped in my
Oshinoko.
head is it's Oshinoko.
Yeah, I mean, they
Really?
go through like the whole industry, and we found out when I reported
Yeah.
about that crazy media company were the
Yeah.
biggest actor in Japan. And how remember how many times I've told you this feels really real
Yeah.
because I did a
Yeah.
lot of acting and industry stuff, and it feels like a representation of how they do stuff over there, but I haven't seen it because I haven't been. So it felt
Mhm.
like somebody who had knowledge and just was exaggerating it a bit for anime. And then we find out the biggest actor in Japan is doing sex parties and has to
Right.
resign from his, and then we find out a lot of these sex parties are so these girls can move up and become idols and stars and actresses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was definitely tackling. But yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, you had one.
Uh, three that popped into my head immediately was Eden of the East, if I'm remembering it correctly, Psychopaths, and Terran Resonance.
Hmm.
Okay.
uh, like Psychopaths, if I remember correctly, I saw like the first two seasons of it. I know it's had some movies since the last time I sat down to watch it, but like those guns that like you can't kill unless you like they won't switch to kill mode, like unless you like intend to kill somebody or something like that. It's a way like to prevent murder and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it
that's
depends
how,
on the criminality level of
yeah,
the person, how
yeah,
how bad they are technically is kind of how that show worked. But it's like,
yeah.
how would you judge how bad someone is?
Right. That's the whole dynamic within the show and everything, trying to figure all that stuff out. Yeah. So I
Mhm.
think that's a good one. I'm trying to remember Eden of the East. So I know it had to do with some groups, this group going up against the government or whatever, and the main character was like a neat. He was like a shut-in, but like a secret agent or something crazy like that at the same time, like
I
a
haven't
sleeper
seen
agent or
that
something.
one.
It's got, I think, like at least two seasons in like a movie or so.
I haven't
Okay.
seen that one either.
I seen that one like a while ago. And
Okay.
to Residence, just these two young kids terrorizing the whole country through acts of terrorism, which we watched when we were doing Thriller Park or whatever. And there were some good ones as well. I think the ones you all mentioned too were good ones. I do Oshinoko, you're right. Definitely Evangelion. Definitely Death Note. I can agree with those. Trying to think of some other good ones that's probably out there because there are a
So
lot
you've
of them.
got those definitely Evangelion. I forget which Gundam tackled like
I'm pretty sure it's a Gundam in there because they're
um
really heavy into that kind of
it's
stuff.
one of the only ones I've seen, but it tackled like humanitarian issues. But definitely Oshinoko.
Mhm.
Call of the Night could be one because it deals with like insomnia and like stuff like
Yeah.
that and his social anxiety. Any anime that has to do with social anxiety, so like Bochi, but those feel like they're over the top, like Bochi and
Yeah.
like Komi. Those feel
Yeah.
like excessive.
Extreme
So
exaggerated.
Yeah.
yeah. There was another example I had of one. What was it? Oh, definitely Vinland Saga. Um,
Yeah.
um, Shoot, I just one left my mind. That was a good one. I forgot. Shoot, I can't remember. What was it?
Could you explain Vinland Saga a bit more? Since I'm not too
Vinland
familiar with the series.
Vinland Saga is like it's about a kid and a dad. A kid who has a dad who's like the strongest warrior in the tri-state area, and his
Right.
son was like really hyped up to see his dad and wanted to be like his dad, but his dad was this way because he had like this honorable warrior's mentality. And eventually he stopped being a warrior and then told his son that his son was trying to be like him and kind of being aggressive with his friends. And he told his son, "You have no enemies." And basically, it was hard for him to hear that because he's like, "I see you fighting enemies all day," but he's like, "There's a purpose to this, and truthfully, it shouldn't even be this way." So I want you to understand that just because you're mad at someone doesn't mean they're your enemy. You
Mhm.
can forgive and forget. You can be the better person, turn the other cheek, all those different
Okay.
sort of things that it I could say more, but it spoils like after 3 episodes, it spoils like the whole thing. So yeah.
Gotcha.
But
And I don't want to spoil that for you for sure because you gotta
it's
watch it.
definitely top tier.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
One more
That's
that
one
I
of the best
just thought
ones.
of is probably another one that people
I
know
don't
is
think
Full
there was
Metal
a
Alchemist. I'm sure
Mhm.
that has a lot of different themes in it. Mainly, a lot of corruption, I think, happens in Full Metal Alchemist. And they deal with that in a lot of different ways, as well as unchecked scientific process and progress, which I'm sure we're all familiar with what scene I am
Yep.
talking about.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So that the sciences and the corruption are a big deal in Full Metal Alchemist, and I like the way they go about solving those problems and just kind of showcasing them in the fantasy realm. But
Yeah.
that's a good one that I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. And if not, you should be. Go watch it.
Absolutely.
Yep. I'm still I lost it. I had a really good example and I
If you
completely
think
lost
of
it.
that other one, interrupt us and let us know. Because now I'm curious as to what it was.
I can't remember for the
Right.
life of me.
Taxi.
No.
A Taxi is a good one.
I mean, I'm not saying but that's not what I was thinking of.
No, I was throwing that out just to throw one into the mix.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
As I was scrolling through my list.
A Taxi is definitely a good one.
Hmm.
And it's unique because they use animals. It's kind
Yeah.
of different than the normal human thing, anthropomorphic animals.
Agreed.
Which
Yeah.
sometimes can get a story across better when it's not just like totally 100%
Oh, Orb
control
for
people.
sure. Orb is definitely the
Oh,
entire
or
thing of Orb
Yeah.
is
yes.
a social experiment for real. Yeah, I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, it is.
That's it. Maybe it'll come back to me.
I think those are some good ones that we threw out there to the people, though. Overall,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
maybe
I'm
they can
sure
help
there's,
you solve
and
some
just as
problems.
I'm looking through this list, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them out there that
Oh
we just
yeah,
can't even just think of right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But still, some definitely some solid choices we had.
Yeah, I can't
If
remember
y'all
my
think of
right
any
foot.
other ones, please let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll watch
Absolutely,
them if
please.
we haven't.
Please do.
I'm pretty sure we will. We
Yeah.
like to watch anime. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
I would have never known.
All right. Thank you for that, Gabby.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
Thank
All right.
you.
Let's move on to number 3 on the topic for us to discuss this evening. And that is our top threes of the week.
Time to open the Crunchyroll app.
Right. I know what mine are. I'll go ahead and go first. Like I said, I was using this weekend to relax. I didn't get into too much. But for what I did sit down and watch, My number three is let me bring it up here so I can remember the name of it properly. It was we watched it on Saturday. Noah Supercube. Yeah, Supercube. This new one that just started. Like it's a Chinese anime, but a very solid first episode that definitely has me intrigued to see more of it. It gives me like a Matrixy kind of vibe to it. But opening sequence was incredible. Like I said, it just seems like a very interesting world they're developing and what they're doing with it. So I definitely want to keep my eye on that one. But that was definitely number three for me. Number two, without a doubt, was Doctor Stone. I'm loving the season of Doctor Stone 100%. Really enjoyed that episode with the dog fighting and how they popped up on each other at the end. Like, it's about leaving me on the edge of my seat. Like, oh, come on, I gotta wait till next week for this. Okay, loving Doctor Stone right now so much.
Smooth that show.
And yeah, and number one, come on now, isn't even a question. King Biru versus Sing Jun Woo, like, was everything we wanted from it. Like it was they put on a hell of a show, and it was so good to witness and watch. Like, oh my gosh, I need the final episode. Had something spoiled for me today. Scrolling through TikTok,
Oh no!
had something spoiled, so I was like, aha, this is what Noah was talking about. Okay,
What you
okay.
mean?
Uh,
What did I say?
about
Don't tell me how you got spoiled till later, but what did I say?
there's somebody we see one of his shadows that he gets that's actually like pretty funny and hilarious. Yeah.
Well, it don't matter because they cut out all the freaking comedy, man.
So when I saw that, I was like, so this is that person. Okay, I'm looking forward to see this in the future. But like you said, we'll get into it. Yeah, number one was definitely Solo Leveling without any question. Without question. Those are my top three for the week. Gabby, what about you?
So top three are they're just our big hitters. Is Dr. Stone is my number three. I love the dog fights. I love my little jungle ground team going. That's a machine gun. I have a knife on a stick.
Yeah,
I can win. I'm like,
he said you can't be scared of a machine gun if you don't know what the fuck it does.
He's not wrong though.
No, he's not wrong.
Not wrong. That just oh my god, that was hilarious. I love the mix of the modern day people and just our little cave stone world people because they just make the best thing ever.
Yes.
Then at the end with the checkmate for both parties.
Oh yes.
Oh, I'm so excited. Get him, Tsukasa.
Yes.
I want to see it so bad.
Can I wait? I cannot wait for this week's
Science
episode.
King.
Yeah.
You trained me. I
can't win. Number two is gonna be ReZero, because we had that great action. I love to see more of Gluttony now, so that was really exciting. I've been waiting to see more. And then at the end, we had Little B come back, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
Oh, as soon as it went commercial, I'm like, oh darn.
See, we always watch it on Wednesday, so we forget about it
when
it comes down to record. So that definitely is on my list.
I heard her voice, and I was so excited.
A beautiful episode.
And I was just
Capella's character is so good. She shows up a little earlier in the light novel, so I was waiting for this. She doesn't do anything, but you just hear about her. I've been waiting to see this character for a long time, and they have done her crazy. Capella, the dragon. Yeah, they've done her crazy.
Just so excited. And then number one is Solo Leveling, of course. It's just so excited. He's like, how did you get here? No time for questions. I'll tell you later.
Don't worry about none of that.
I got
drink this, boy.
Yeah.
Drink it. Oh, I can't transfer. Open your mouth.
Right.
I love how the animators gave us a meme or gave us a gif of how we all were watching this episode. And it's Baek Ho, the orange hair guy, watching them fight. And he's just like, and I'm like, that's literally the whole world.
Yeah.
It's just everyone right now. It was so good. And then the end was really good where the ant, Mr. Ant, humanoid ant bug, does he have an actual name?
Biru?
Okay. I didn't know if he had an actual name in like um the comics, but they never showed it to, or the manhwa, but they never showed it. But I guess he doesn't. But he watching him get so scared at the end and
Running
just
for
like
his life.
running for his life, which is like okay.
Jinwoo was beating the shit out of him.
Yes, he
He
was.
said,
But
"I got
that
to
was
get out
so
of
good.
here. This is their king. I ain't got no chance
Yeah.
against him."
And then honorable mentions, the Turtles About Hanako-kun were always good. We are getting to the end of our Painted World arc and excited to see. I mean, I already know what's going to happen, but I'm excited to see the ending, the climax happen here between the brothers and my Painted World lady. But
Nice.
yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
awesome. What you know?
Nice. So my number 3 is a little difficult this week because I didn't watch Orb. I saved 2 episodes for the finale because I wanted to watch them at once and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Got it.
But Blue Box finale was so good.
Oh
Um,
crap! It's over already.
and it had me, oh my goodness, the waterworks was flowing. I couldn't even control it. That episode was so sad. But
I need to watch that
I don't
ASAP.
know.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Amelia, I was just telling Lo, if it wasn't for Amelia saving all those little girls, or save not little girls, I guess, though all
The
of
wives.
Regulus's wives,
Wives, yeah.
then Hina would definitely get best girl of the season for me. But Amelia is definitely my best girl of the season. But
Mm.
what's the other one? The other one that I would say is close is Zenshu, because their season finale was real good. This story is kind of interesting, and their season finale is good. Mappa did a good job with this one. The Mappa B team.
Okay,
Um,
B team for the
number
win.
two, number two is definitely ReZero. The episode was great. Got to see Julia's fighting a little bit. We got to see like she said, Beatrice come back. That was super
Mhm.
hype. She's been,
Yes.
I guess, fighting off the minions all this time. Capella's character once again is done so well. The transformations are exactly how they're described, making you uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
and
Her
like
eyes melting.
Yeah.
yeah, I forget what else they say, but it's very as described.
Yeah.
That was just a great episode. They don't mess up with the animation at all.
Nope.
And
Take it
it's
to the bank
exciting.
every time.
Yep.
Mhm.
Fun fact, I think that's the only episode of ReZero without Subaru in it.
You know what? I was about to say, or Amelia wasn't in it either.
Well, she's probably not in lots of episodes,
That's true.
but I think that's the only episode I saw online without Subaru in it. So that's
Let me go
interesting.
back and
Impressive.
rewatch that. Okay.
Um, and then of course, number 1 was Soul 11.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
Cause that episode was just generational. We've been waiting for this for so long, and they delivered. Definitely one of the best fights I've seen. I have to say, since like uh UG versus his oh, I almost spoiled UG versus Choso.
When it
That
was in the
fight
Mhm.
when it was in the bathroom,
Yeah.
when they was in the bathroom,
that was
that is one
that
of
was
my
clean. Oof.
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
talks about the manga horror versus I'm like, no, that
No,
was
no,
my
that one in the
favorite.
bathroom
When they
was
was
yeah.
hand to hand and their
He was,
That
fingers
he
was
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 so
together.
good.
doing the raid
Oh, it
2
was
joint. Yeah,
so
the joint from
good.
the raid 2. Yeah, sizing each
Yeah.
other up. Oh,
The
too clean.
choreography between the bathroom stalls, that
Yeah.
was beautiful. So I think it's been like the best fight since then. Um, I definitely think it matched the Igris fight because all the other fights were great. Their animation was great, but I think the best fight was the Igris fight until that moment, and that fight
Mhm.
beat the Igris fight. But the Igris fight had a little bit more choreography, but that was equal to like the manga. Like Jake was telling me, my buddy Jake, he was like, I didn't really like how they just used slashes of lights and didn't show it. I was like, no, that's exactly what happened in the manhwa. It's not like him moving around; it's just a bunch of slashes of light.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, anyways, can I show y'all something that's interesting? Because they
Yeah.
did cut out a lot of stuff this episode, but nothing that I thought was bad, nothing that I thought
Okay.
was. But I
Okay.
kind of wanted to show y'all what looked cool. So look at this.
Yeah.
I brought this up. So tell me if you can see this properly.
Hi, princess.
Yes. Okay. So as we're scrolling down, we've seen all this, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Let's get here to where we were. Let's see. So he walks up. Is this
So cool.
101? Yes, he walks up, right? Fights all these ants. They're wondering what the heck is going on.
Mhm.
If you remember at a moment, he said, "Don't tell anybody what's going to happen." And he
Yeah.
almost arises. And then Biru comes in, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, in the manhwa, he actually arises. And then
Aww.
they eat them and they become stronger and they become part of his army. So
Mhm.
I'm wondering if they're going to put this in the next episode because they are like even moving forward. They are official part of his army. Just like you still see the shadows from the very first time he fought the level up
Yeah.
mission are
Yeah.
still in his army. These are part of his army for like the remainder of the series. So I'm wondering if next he's going to arise them, but
I'm
who
Now
gonna
I'm
say
knows?
gonna be
yeah.
I'm gonna be disappointed if they don't,
Well,
because
yeah, I
yeah,
think
because
we
like
all
if
will
they're an
be.
official part and they're in things going forward, then yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's just like not working.
Correct. A little change in how the vials look. Healed all these guys. One thing to note that I think that is funny,
He
they
healed them
added a little bit,
before,
huh?
so in this one he heals them after he kills the ants, not before.
No, I
Because the
think
other
this
one,
happens
he
away because he steps in, he walks in, and then his shadows kill a bunch of them, and then they're like, "How did you get here?" And he's like, "Let's don't worry about that. Let's heal you up first." So I think that was that
oh
action you saw was that.
oh okay.
So then something to note is that they do a lot of this, which is like they switch it to like from serious and edgy like
Hmm.
this to comedy. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of comedic moments. They've added a few of them, like Iron cheering to the mages, and the mages were
Mhm.
like happy. But that happens literally every fight. So I think in here you'll see it. But here y'all saw this in the
Yeah.
anime, which is really cool.
Hmm.
So when we go to the next chapter, um, down here is something that's interesting. Did y'all notice that the Ant King had a regeneration? He had
Yeah.
ice. Something as interesting as that ice is anime canon, but it's canon because Chugong is helping them write it. But when he eats them, he gets part of their powers. That's like the ants' powers. So that's
Mm.
why he had the regeneration. He had the ice. In the manhwa, he never used the ice. But that confirms that the magical hunter of the Japanese dude, he ate him and didn't just kill him on the
Mhm.
outside. So that was interesting to see. We saw this. They're waiting and watching. I wanted to
Yeah.
show you guys something particular. You saw this where he was so hyped
Yeah.
that he was watching. That was
He was
canon.
how did
He
he get
was.
there? It doesn't matter.
He's there.
He's just
That's
like
all
he's
that
hyped,
He's there. It's fine.
matters. Yeah.
and they cut out a good amount of his content, which I'm sad about because I love his character. He is definitely, I believe he's the strongest hunter Japan ever seen or Korea,
Yeah.
and he's really a big Sung Jin Woo fan. But they cut out a lot of that content. So then that happens where he punches him for the first time. They're like, "Oh no, he punched him." Blah blah blah. He
Is
must
he
have,
really a mage?
He must be
yeah.
dead. Huh?
And then he eats it. Really cool. So you know how they go blow for blow in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
anime. So in the manhwa, he uh
Yeah. I heard that wasn't
blows
really
him
a
away
thing.
in
Like,
one hit.
yeah, he one shot him
So
in
he
the manga.
blows him away in one hit. Does all this destruction. You see this little stuff? They do this a
Oh
Mhm.
my
lot.
god.
So then this fight happens, and then one more thing happens. Um, one more thing happens. Sorry, it was on the Discord.
I love when his eyes turn blue.
So while they're fighting, they're going back and forth, fighting. Y'all can pretty much see that all this stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. The poison and everything.
Mhm.
Yes, all this stuff happened while they're fighting. He says something to Tusk that was really funny, which is Tusk is the guy that got that upgrade,
Right.
Yeah.
the orb. And it's
That's
stuff
why
like
it's
this that I
cool.
was saying. You remember this scene? They made this scene beautiful,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
look at how they did it here. So the upgrade. That's why I was so happy with it. Um, it's after this, and see, that's what I was saying. This is literally how it was, like streaks of light. So, where is this one moment? Hang on.
I heard him say something about upgrade.
while they were fighting, he does something. Yeah, he lets out his people, and then we saw
Oh
this
yeah,
scene.
I love this scene. Oh, that was so
Beautiful.
cool.
Not fully loaded in. 1 second. It's so low quality. But he looks at him. He's
Mm.
got his guy behind him. The thing that I hate is his personality is so funny, and he's such an addition. They have like each of the general has like their own personality, but they're not
Mhm.
really giving the shadows their personality. So he looks over at him and says, "Focus on the ants. If humans get hurt, you won't ever be summoned again." And then he's like, "I got you." You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
like little
yes,
stuff like
Father.
that gives them life. It gives them like a personality for you to really
Mhm.
connect with each of them and be like, okay, this is my favorite shadow, or this is my favorite. Right now, everyone's like Igris, Igris, Igris. But I'm like, no, they all are different and dope for their
Yeah,
each, he's a goofball. The whole time he's a goofball. So is Tusk. So it's really funny to see that little stuff that happens.
I do wish they would add that more into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I wasn't too upset. I wasn't upset honestly at all because the fight was so beautiful, but I just wanted to show you guys that because those were the little tweaks and differences. So y'all can understand where I'm coming from when I say
Yeah,
they change
Yeah, yeah,
content
yeah.
each week.
yeah.
Like they literally like the fact that he a dance there and res them there, that's like a whole story detail that's different now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which this time wasn't bad, but a lot of the other times is.
Gotcha.
So I felt like I go through
I
that
see.
since we're in our free form
Yeah, but
section.
yeah, we're at the point now. It's just open floor, talk about whatever. No, I completely
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, yeah.
I completely get it. Yeah. I do wish they add that stuff more into it though, just for context and stuff like that. I really do want to see their personalities shine more because a little bit
Yes.
they've
It's
done it.
tricky
It's
that they
been
have them.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Supposedly it's gonna be the Chugong is gonna be making because this is way unprecedented hype. So they're probably making plans and changing around their release formula now because they're making unprecedented money like that they didn't expect, hype that
Yeah.
they didn't expect.
Hmm.
So when the director said it's gonna go up by animation a little bit, now it might go up to JJK season 2 level. Because it wasn't quite there. It's pretty damn good in its own right, but it's a little
Right.
Hmm.
different, you know. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But supposedly there's an announcement this summer from the writer. So
That's
who knows
Not
what happens.
surprised. It'll be
exciting.
a movie or season 3 or something like.
Probably a movie. Yeah, I
I
can
Yeah.
don't
imagine
want
that.
any more movies.
I don't either. I wish this was a
Tired of
movie.
anime
I wish
movies.
this season ended at Baron and then Jeju was a movie. I would have been perfectly fine with that.
Jeju could
I
have
can
been a
see
cool
that.
movie.
Yeah, that could have
It
been an
would have been
awesome
cool. It was
movie.
only 3 episodes. And I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be like I thought it was going to be a movie originally or the beginning of a season because it would take the majority of a season
Hmm.
Yeah.
because they cut out so much stuff, but it didn't need to. It could have been 5 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
I
But
would have
it's
been
still
mad
not
if it was
over. It's
5.
got one more episode.
Yep.
So I guess 4.
And hopefully he raises homeboy this episode and gets him on his team.
Yeah. Who?
Beaver.
Mr. Ant.
Bro, you saw how he tried to raise the ice elf?
Yeah, and it didn't work.
It
But
didn't work. And the ice elf was
but I saw a
way
panel of like
weaker.
I saw a panel. It looked like he had got him. He resurrected him. So
Oh, damn. Well, don't spoil it for the other people in the room.
when I said I got something spoiled for me on TikTok, it was that. I was like,
That don't mean you got to spoil it for everybody else. Damn.
apologies if I've spoiled anything. It could have been wrong, but
Don't worry, we'll blank it out.
But no, I'm just talking about for you or for anybody who's in here, but it's okay. Um um see what happens next episode because Cha Hayes about to die.
yeah, you gotta get old girl right. Yeah,
She don't look too good.
nah, besides she
What
got
do y'all
cracked in
think he
them
can
ribs.
do? What do y'all think he could the crack in the rib like her whole sternum, her whole
Why
chest
doesn't
is
he just
open.
wait for her to actually die and use the life potion? Or is that not how that works?
So the life
Damn.
potion, I believe that I was like, that's grim. I believe the
Right.
Is
life
it not a
potions.
does it not work like as a revival thing? Or am
Well,
I
Well,
anytime you
overestimating it?
revive somebody from the dead, it's always tricky, But
Yeah, that's
second of
fair.
all, I think it heals you from all ailments and conditions. I think that's what it does,
Oh, so it's not okay. So it's not
which is
like
interesting because he's immune to
okay.
that. But I think it was just a store item anyway. So, that's what he got it for his mom because he was like, "This is a magical disease. It'll take a magical
Yeah.
solution." But
hopefully
what do you
Dang.
think is going to happen, Lo?
I think the medicine will get her up. It's probably just taking longer because she's so damaged right now. So I think it will work, and she will get up from it, and they'll be confused, like what type of potion is that? Yada yada, kind of like how they were freaking out while it was happening. I think she'll get up off of it. I think so. So fingers crossed that
Jeez.
she does. I want old girl. We have plenty to see from her, so don't want her going yet.
I
I
don't
want her
I hope
know.
they
going around.
can't
All
kill
I
her
know
yet.
is Sung Jin Woo don't have too many emotions, and he's always looking to grow his shadow army. So that's all I'm gonna
That
say
was in the
there.
back of my head too.
I don't know. He's elected a lot of emotions right now.
Like if she doesn't get up and he like
It's more
summons
so
her,
urgency than emotions.
I'd still more emotions.
It benefits him in the long run because
that'd be
if
so
they
crazy if he resurrects her and she joins his shadow army. That'd be insane. Like if the medicine
have
doesn't
a
work and that's the only
S-rank
thing he can
shadow
think of
from the
doing it.
start. 'Cause remember, Igris, when he fought Igris, he was maybe like A rank. So Igris,
Yep.
or maybe he was like B rank. So
And
Igris was
Avis
probably
was
like A rank.
dogging him around that chapel or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Throne room. He was working him.
But like the Beast guy, Bayako, he could have beat Igris because he's S rank. So he could
Yeah.
have fought Igris and beat him. It doesn't look like it now because he's getting low diff, but he could have beat. But they'll explain more about like the S ranks and what level they go to. Because like I said, that was my spoiler for y'all, which isn't really a spoiler, but Sung Jin Woo is not the strongest person in this verse. Not at all. And he hasn't been and isn't. So that's all I gotta say. So
We'll
they
get into more on
explain.
that probably season 3.
Well, who knows? But yeah, I think season 2. But there's another fight that's going to be. I think they're going to do it crazier than Biru. I think they really will do it
Okay.
crazier than the Ant King.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it. And already looking forward to season 3 whenever it drops. So I'm already on my edge of my seat waiting for that. And the final episode, because I just need to know what happens next.
Yep.
This Saturday.
Yep. So
superbly looking forward to that. Yeah. And we got one more episode, or was that the last episode of ReZero 2?
Yeah, we got ReZero season finale, Blue Box season finale this week, and Soul Leveling on Saturday. All of those in this week.
What about Dr. Stone? How many more episodes does Dr. Stone got?
I don't remember.
Probably got a bit more left for Dr. Stone.
What episode are they up to?
Seasons.
Let's find that out.
I think it's the final season,
11.
so I think they're gonna do part 1 and part 2. So it might
It
go
is
to
the final
16
season.
episodes also.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be part 1 is gonna finish. I can't in my head remember how much time the final, like what they do in the final arc, which is really freaking crazy. But I'm thinking it could only take another 16 episodes, so maybe a few more. But we'll see.
Okay.
But saying goodbye to a few good ones this week, so enjoy them. Let them fade away until they come back with their seasons or whatever, and get ready to embrace the spring season upon us.
Yep. All right. Y'all want to play this game?
Yeah, let's go. Game
all
time.
Right, first one I don't need to share at all, but all right, this is anime this or that. And I think I only got 13 here. But we'll ask you guys and we'll find you guys' opinion. And then you two decide, you two come to a decision. So we'll get it rolling right now. Attack on Titan or Black Butler?
AOT.
Gabby, if you don't give that obvious answer, let's move the fuck on. What in the world?
Fine. AOT.
Oh, snap. Konosuba or ReZero?
ReZero.
You haven't watched Konosuba, so that's a little
yeah.
Because Konosuba is goated.
I know, but ReZero.
I wouldn't even be mad if someone said Konosuba. That's how much I love it. But ReZero is special to my heart. Grand Blue or Free? I've seen a few episodes of both of these. I think Gabby, you probably
think I've seen Grand Blue.
I haven't seen Grand Blue.
It's a comedy. It's actually got a second season coming this season.
Well,
I've seen all of Free, so I guess by default I got to pick Free.
Is that the fantasy game?
No, it's where they go like to the beach, like go on a little party. This one's supposed to be a comedy on the level of like Prison School, Konosuba.
What, Grand Blue?
Yeah. Asobi Asobe.
So that's not Free.
Stuff like that. Free is the sports anime.
Yeah, the swimming joint. Yeah.
How do you spell this? Like
Grand Blue, GRAND BLUE.
Okay.
Not Grand Blue Fantasy.
Grand Blue so that's what kept coming up for me, and I'm like, what the heck?
But have you seen Free?
Yeah, I'm a swimmer.
Well, we
Of
gotta
course,
go
I've
with
seen all
free
of
here.
furry.
I just said it. Asobi Asobase. We're watching this anime. This is
With a
one of
who?
my favorite comedies. Asobi
Okay.
Asobase. Asobi Asobase or Nichijou. For me,
They're
it
the
I don't
is.
one.
think I've
They're
seen
the
it.
one with the four girls in the like
I haven't seen
club or
Nichijou, but
whatever.
it's a shoujo. I know that.
I don't think I've seen either of these.
Okay. You haven't seen either of these either, Lo?
Nope.
This is a skip. I'm putting Asobi Asobase. Batum or No Game No Life.
I've
No game,
seen
no life.
Batum. Never seen No Game No Life.
I've never seen
I'd
Batum.
pick Batum also.
I don't even know what
All
that
right,
is.
Batum it is. Fire Force or Dr. Stone? Ooh.
Dr. Stone.
I don't know. I'm currently
Ooh.
watching Fire Force right now, and that thing is pun intended
Fire
fire.
Force is
It's
vicious,
Fire
fire.
Force
boy.
is good, but Dr. Stone has a place in my heart. I love that
I
story.
read Dr. Stone for 7 years went since it dropped and watched all the anime, and I haven't read any of Fire Force, and I would still pick for just because Dr. Stone's anime isn't nearly as good as the manga. So
I'm
for me
sorry.
personally,
Off
Fire
off
Force. But this is y'all.
audio quality alone, you got to go with Fire Force. That thing is one of the most spectacular sounding animes ever put together. Like,
Really?
yes,
Yes. Have you seen Fire
yes.
Force?
Yes, I've seen Fire
Oh.
Have you
Force.
listened to it?
Yes.
Like
I
surround sound,
love
like that. That you got some nice new
season.
Oh, well, I don't
headphones.
have
Like,
surround sound.
oh, okay, yeah. You
Season
need a sound system with that thing. It sounds incredible.
Okay.
Like I'm telling you,
For
put
me
it on. With you,
personally, I'm not mad though. I mean, Doctor Stone definitely seems like Gabby's vibe more than Fire Force
Yeah.
yeah.
because it's an adventure anime in general. So
Hmm.
that definitely seems.
I bet I
So it
love
looks
both of
like we're
them, though.
even, but which one y'all gonna pick?
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sticking with
Hey,
Fire Force over
Fine.
Doctor
you don't have
Stone.
to say fine, but all right, I'm clicking Fire Force.
Okay,
Okay.
Ooh, My Hero or Ready Demon Slayer.
my hero.
My hero.
Oh snap, Demon Slayer for me. Yeah. Mm, both of them are mid as fuck to me. Like story wise, I'm thinking about the
Yeah.
story because I'm thinking about both animations. I adore watching them both. Like, I love watching them both. But story wise, I'm thinking which one would I rather have not experienced? I don't know. Every time I think about the reasons I love Demon Slayer, my mind keeps going to animation. So maybe it is My Hero. Shoot. Death Note, Code Geass, similar MCs.
uh,
It's
Both
been
of
a
them
while
have
since I've
season
seen
one of
Code
Code Geass
Geass.
is eh. Season 2 of Death Note is eh.
oh, Code Geass.
You
Yeah,
going
I
Code Geass?
agree.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
think I might go Code Geass too.
Code Geass.
Happy Sugar Life or The Promised Neverland?
Promise Neverland.
No, not that. That shit doesn't deserve to get a pick.
No, season 1 was some of the best
Yeah.
anime
Yeah,
I've
season
ever
one was
seen.
Season
incredible.
1 and the manga are fantastic. What do you mean? There's no season 2. Season 2 doesn't exist.
There you go.
They only released like 1 or 2 episodes and
So
then they
you're
just
picking
stopped.
Happy
I don't
Sugar
know
Life?
why.
Right.
I'm not put
I
like this.
couldn't
I
I
haven't
couldn't
seen
find
the
the
other
rest of
one,
the
but I'm
anime.
not picking Promise Neverland after what they did.
Okay, so we're picking Promise Neverland is what he's saying.
Overruled. Promised Neverland. You can't pick Happy Sugar Life because you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to the Ballroom, Yuri on Ice.
I haven't seen either one of those.
Yuri on
Haven't seen
Ice.
either one of these. Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, I like it.
I
Quintessential
know
gay.
which one Gabby's gonna pick, but this is actually a good one because I love
Is
both
it
of these.
Haikyuu?
Haikyuu or Black
Ah!
Clover?
Oh no, Black Clover!
You see, like this is a good one. This is a good one.
Definitely Black Clover.
For me, it's got to be Black Clover.
But they're totally different. I can't compare
I
them.
know, but they both have a similar level of greatness. That's why I feel like it's like. That's why I feel like it's a good one.
That's a stab in the heart to Gabby.
I mean, if we're talking story and everything, it's got to be Black Clover,
Okay.
to be honest, because Haikyuu is just a sports anime and it's just got a lot of feeling. But
It's just fun.
it's fun and it transcends everything, and I still read fan fiction about it to this day.
Okay. And then I've got a couple others here. Soul Leader or Your Lie in April?
Soul Eater.
Soul Leader for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, though?
It's been forever since I've seen either one of those.
Your Lie in April
Soul
ending
Eater.
was stupid. I don't think it was I think like it was sad, but it was cry porn. Like
I
the
didn't like
y'all have
it
all
that
seen
much.
it, right?
Yeah.
Never seen it before.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no spoilers. Okay, spoiler, Your Lie in April ending. She gets cancer and dies, and it's so random. It's actually so random because it's like we have all these goals, we have this set, I'm learning my instrument, I'm doing better. Boom, guess what? I have cancer and I'm gonna die. And it's just out of nowhere. It's like takes like the story direction wasn't going that way. So it felt really random and it felt like they were trying to just pull some tears out of you, which it worked. I cried. But it didn't, and like other people were like, it was the saddest thing ever to me. I was just like, bruh, it
No, it's
didn't make
not.
sense to me. It made me upset with the series more than it was sad.
I
So,
liked it. It was okay. But like if someone asked me if I liked it, I wouldn't recommend it and say I liked it.
same. If someone was
I
like,
wouldn't.
tell me a sad anime, I'll be like, I wouldn't recommend this one.
Do you
So
want, I'd
Soul
be
Leader.
like, do you want sad or do you want psychological trauma?
Yeah.
I can't remember those in the day.
Death Note or Assassination Classroom? For me, it's
I
Death
haven't
Note. I dropped Assassination Classroom.
I haven't fully seen Assassination Classroom. I kind of
But you
Somehow
dropped
I
it
would-
too.
track. Yeah, basically. So
Some people
watching-
say it's a perfect shonen.
That was good. It was
Ew.
crazy. That was the first time I was watching it when I was in Japan, and like we were going to the temple that they went to when they were in Kyoto on like vacation. Whatever.
Oh yeah, you
I was
said
going to
that.
the, yeah, I was going to the same. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like I'm actually out here actually like going to the same place.
Yeah,
That's
real
cool.
anime moment.
Yeah,
Real weeb moments.
straight up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably
Like, I was
Death
just
Note,
standing
then.
right there. That's crazy.
But you picking it over Death Note?
I'm just gonna go with Death Note.
Okay.
I'm going with Death Note.
Love is War or Haikyuu?
Love is
Haikyuu.
War.
Haikyuu?
Love is
Haikyuu.
War.
I am not getting rid of Haikyuu this time.
Haikyuu's good. You can't take two L's.
And I'm sticking with Love is War. So you're the
I'm not
deciding factor,
changing.
Noah.
I'm not changing my mind.
Haikyuu can't take two L's. Tokyo Revengers or Hajime no Ippo? I don't even need
Hajime
to.
no Ippo. That's not even a
I don't
question.
even need to. It's not even
Hajime
a
was good.
question. Hajime is legendary.
Yeah.
Soul Leveling or a Digimon?
Solo leveling.
I love Digimon.
I was gonna say Digimon's a childhood.
Digimon's childhood. But yeah, no solo leveling.
Blue Lock or Dead Man Wonderland?
Blue Lock.
Great. I dropped both
Blue
of these
Lock.
series.
Yeah, Dead Man Underland it had when it
Blue
was like
Lock.
didn't have a real ending to it. Like
Yeah, that
Yeah,
anime isn't
yeah.
even done. So yeah, Blue Lock
Yeah.
over that. But I dropped both of those.
It needs a season 2 for sure.
for real.
Okay.
Never
Yeah.
gonna get
And
it.
that's that.
Okay.
Those are
I
fun.
had this
like
as
those.
well.
Yeah, those are fun and interesting. Leave in the comments if y'all want to see us do more of those.
I have this as well, which
Give us your own.
may be pretty cool because we can all do this together. Okay.
Okay.
Tier list.
So this is where you see the anime and you rate it based on which one you think has a higher score.
Oh.
And I think it's based on IMDb. So let's all work on this together. Okay.
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 Anime, TV series, score. Yes, play. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna say
Who has
ooh.
the higher score? I want to dive head first into ReZero, but
I do too.
I know
Summertime
some.
Render is highly rated.
I know.
Though. We saw that.
Yeah.
That was a really
Mhm.
good series.
It really
It
is.
is. It is.
You know
And
what?
they're similar. They're so similar.
They are.
They're both Return from Death series. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Summertime Rendering just because I know they scored high.
I think so. If we don't get it right, we lose.
Oh,
So we actually have to try and pick the right
Okay.
one. So I'm
I
thinking that
feel like a lot of
has a higher rate.
feel like which one has a higher rating?
ReZero, because it has more fans.
It has more fans, but I also feel like it has a lot more people that have dropped it and might like kind of tank the rating.
Hmm. Okay, so y'all want to pick
Well,
summertime rendering?
see, I don't
My
know
vote is
what.
ReZero. Y'all two pick, and I'll go with the majority.
Mine is summertime rendering.
I hate being the deciding factor. We're gonna lose.
Pick with your gut. We'll go 3 times and we out. How about
I
that?
mean, my gut immediately said ReZero.
So go with your
Without any
gut.
thought.
Okay.
Ah.
Wow. See, my gut said summertime rendering too, but I was just like, it
Oh
has
my
more
god, that was
fans.
such a close score.
It was. And that was a hard one too. Okay, let's see. Bakuman second season or Hunter x Hunter, the original.
Do
I'm gonna
people
go with
Hunter x
watch
Hunter x Hunter.
Bakuman?
Much I don't want
But
to say
Bakuman
that.
has a really popular fan base in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, it does because I
With the
recognize the
original.
guy in the blue with the stripes. I recognize him.
I think that Hunter x Hunter original, because Hunter x Hunter original was fucking
Yeah.
peak itself, but
That's
I'd
what I'm
go
going with.
Hunter
Hunter
x
the
Hunter.
original. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my
We'll move
god,
on.
that was so close.
Okay.
Oh, it keeps the other one.
Or season 2.
Oh.
I think Hunter x Hunter's I think Hunter x Hunter still wins this.
What happened in season 2 of AO2? AO2.
Season 2 was the season all about Annie.
Yeah. And that's also when Reinhardt and what's her name revealed themselves to Aaron
Spice?
in that just random ass way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The reason I think it could be Attack on Titan, because if it is, it's like 2 points, but it's because Attack on Titan has really good rate, but it didn't start getting really good ratings till much later. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah, after people started
don't know.
binging it.
What do y'all say?
It's a tough
Hunter
one.
x Hunter has the longevity, I think, and I want to bank on that.
This is a really tough one. I'm
tough.
kind of with Gabby with the Hunter x Hunter one, but something is saying just
Something is saying
it's something saying
Attack on Titan is high.
Yeah. I'm bold enough to go with AOT.
Okay. I think AOT. I'll pick AOT
Okay.
with you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. We moved
okay,
on. We moved
okay.
on. Okay.
Oh,
Shaman King or
The original?
AOT?
AOT.
No, this is the
Shaman
original
King
Shaman King, I'm assuming.
really loved. Yeah.
I
I'm
know
gonna
I
say
am.
AOT.
I am the really loved portion. of Shaman
Yeah,
King
I
so
hear a
much.
lot of good things about this series. I've never seen it though.
I've seen
It's
it.
so
I've seen the
good,
original
and I
one
was
a long time ago, forever ago.
I was so happy that they remade it because they actually did the manga ending.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
on my list. This one
I
and
know they got
Sinbad.
the sequel too, like Flowers, right? With their kids or something.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
He's cute. Hannah's adorable.
Was it good? Was the first one really good?
Oh yeah. I mean,
This-
I would still watch the original one too, the original anime, because I thought it was the ending of that one wasn't bad. It just wasn't
Okay.
the one of the manga. So I still watch it.
Once you get into 8.5, remember that's a really high score. So 8.5 is kind of hard to beat. So I'm gonna think it's Attack on Titan.
Guess I'm going with
As
AOT
much as I
again.
love Shaman King, I feel like Attack on Titan has that hype because it came up in like this time where anime was really popular outside of other things.
Yeah.
And while Shaman King is an oldie and a goodie, it's
Yeah.
probably not as high.
I
of a
don't know
rating.
where this is taking from. Oh, my anime list. So yeah, I feel like my anime list is really strict. It's hard to get up to an 8.5. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely
Oh,
Apothecary.
Yep,
yeah.
Apothecaries. Yep.
Apothecary is probably rated in the 8s.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought
Oh
so.
yeah, see, look, almost at 9.
8.89.
Yeah, romances are always rated high. Apothecaries beating Initial D.
Yeah.
As much as I want to pick Initial D, I'm sticking with Apothecary.
I hope I'm right. Yeah.
Yep,
I was gonna
Apothecary.
say it's close because people love that one. Kaguya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kaguya was rated the number. I'm cheating because I'm using my anime list history knowledge, but Kaguya was rated number 1 above Full Metal Alchemist for a good while.
Yep. Sure was.
Hmm.
Kaguya, okay,
Yep.
yeah,
Good point
it's
six.
been downvoted a lot, unless that's a different season. Ooh,
On
that's
the
difficult.
basket. You really think that would
Everyone
be
loved it.
Kaguya?
I don't know. I just know everyone loved, and sports series and romances get rated real high. But I would
That's
still vote
true.
Kaguya.
Sports
I'm sticking
seasons
with
have
Kaguya.
our dedicated fan bases.
Sticking
If
with
we
Lovers
lose,
War.
it's gonna be this one. Kaguya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No?
Woo.
Okay. That one got me a little nervous.
Ha,
Oh,
this,
definitely.
Well, you
this.
see.
I mean,
You
come on now.
see. Just click it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Still putting to debate that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Juju.
Now
Ooh.
this is hard.
This is a fight.
8.7 is high.
That's
It is.
really
Yeah.
high. I don't know if Jujutsu Kaisen second season beats it or not.
See, that's the final season. Not like it's season 2 like the other one
Yeah.
was, or like a season 3.
The final
This is-
season is the one that kept getting the high ratings episode after episode. It kept getting like
Yeah.
9.8s on IMDb.
I think I'm gonna stick with Attack on Titan. Just because it is the final season.
Something is telling me that it's JJK,
I'm
but
with
I
you.
think I'll stick on Attack on Titan too.
I'm gonna stick with the final season, but I'm not gonna be surprised if it's JJK.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, that is
So we
point
lost it. I
3.
knew it.
Point
I
oh
knew it.
3.
I knew it. All right, last one.
First
Ping
basket.
pong the animation or fruits baskets?
I'm going with Fruits
Fruits
Baskets because
Basket.
I don't know what the
I've
hell
heard
Ping
great
Pong the
things
animation
about
is.
this. All right, I'll go Fruits
Never.
Basket too because I haven't seen, but I've heard amazing things.
Yeah,
See, I've heard
8.97.
amazing
Yeah.
things about this.
That.
But Fruits Baskets is peak. Fruits Baskets for sure. It's hard. I
I
forget
haven't
which
seen
one
that
it's
one
called.
either, but I'm sticking with Fruits Baskets regardless.
Fruits Basket was my first anime. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, damn, that was lower than I thought. Inuyasha.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Inuyasha.
This is hard because this one, okay, barely.
Ugh.
Steins Gate. My anime
Yeah.
list history knows this. This is one of the top
Yeah.
rated series on the
Yeah.
website.
Steins
Yeah,
Gate.
Steins
over
Gate, yeah.
Inuyasha.
Yep, it's one of the top rated
9. Oh,
series
our
on the
first
website.
9. Mob Psycho.
Steins Gate.
Steins
Even though
Gate, yeah.
Mob is amazing.
Oh,
I like Mob a lot, but
I need
yeah,
to watch Mob Psycho.
beautiful anime. Mob
Call of the
wins.
Night.
Mob over that one, yeah.
Call of
Yeah.
the Night could be up there, but because people love this one, but let's see.
I think it's too easily
Okay.
forgettable, to be completely honest.
Yeah, but I just think at the time,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
yeah, we know what this is now at 8.9. I
Yeah.
feel like at the time people bombed it or 8.8.
And that's had 8.1.
Oh,
Hey, look!
Hey.
Higurashi.
I know them.
I'm
I
sticking
think
with JJK.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I
I'm
don't think
sticking
it's
with
higher
Jujutsu
than
Kaisen.
8.8. Especially because a lot of people made fun of
Ooh.
the dub so much.
Mhm.
Unlimited Blade Works for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Unlimited Blade Works for sure.
There he is.
Whoa, by 0.1 point. By
Crazy.
0.01 point.
Whoa!
That's
That was
crazy.
insane.
Kobayashi. Staying with Fate Stay Night, though.
That's hard. What season is this?
It doesn't
I
say.
think it's probably the first one. If there's no season 2 or like other title, I would assume it's the first one.
That's what I'm
Or
thinking.
the whole series. I guess Fate. This is hard for me. What do y'all say?
Fate.
Because you haven't seen Dragon Maids, right?
I've seen the first season.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't seen Dragon Maids, but I just want to say it's probably more popular.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if it's rated higher.
Yeah.
People love
because
the
Ultimate Blade Works is good.
Yeah.
Blade Work.
Oh, that was close. Okay, we got to 10. Lucky Star or
I don't know what
Lucky
Star
Star
is.
Lucky Star is another big one. I've never seen it, but I know it's really popular in Japan, and I think sometimes here too. But I'm not sure.
Is it 8 popular?
Yeah, I've seen it. it's hard with these shoujo ones because sometimes they like hit for those certain crowd of people that
Mhm.
really love that. I'm gonna
I
go
want to say,
Kobayashi.
That's my
yeah.
pick because I haven't seen the other one.
Okay, that
Oh,
was
Okay.
close.
okay.
We're
Decent.
on a roll.
Oh,
Haikyuu,
Haikyuu
definitely.
yeah.
is my to the top, baby.
What's this?
Oh,
What is
Is
this?
this Monogatari?
Con,
Yeah,
con,
it is a
con-
Monogatari series. I thought so.
What is this?
Mhm.
I'm gonna think the Monogatari series might win it because people adore this series.
What's it about?
It's like an etchy Monogatari. It's like an action etchy. This
Heh.
looks like it's a side story of it, but I don't know. I think this one. What do y'all say?
I've never seen it, but I
Either.
just
I
want
haven't
to.
seen it either. I just feel like because all of them are high rated, that this one will be.
I mean, I'm gonna say Haikyuu just because it's what I know, and it's the to the
Same
top
here.
series, which is the
Okay.
first thing afterwards, and it's in the original manga style.
Oh, that was close by point
Oh,
seven.
that is close.
Okay. This is H&K, right? Land of the Lustrous.
Okay, now
Yeah,
Uh,
this
I
is
see. I haven't seen
H&K
either. I haven't seen
yeah, that's
either of
Landon
these.
Lustrous.
versus Katsunagari.
Landon Lustrous is freaking beautiful.
I'm thinking it's Land of the Illustrious by a little bit. I've never heard a negative word about this series.
That's cute.
That's beautiful. It's done by Orange Studio.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So check this out.
Like their hair colors are like different jewels.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay.
So it looks like
Oh,
great.
some of these are close.
Ooh.
This one, it's probably Death
I'm gonna
Note.
go Death Note. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
between these two.
8.5 probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. We're on a roll.
Oh,
Ooh.
Haikyuu to the top part 2.
This is oh no, it's Haikyuu. This is the one with the battle with the Mia twins.
Ah,
I don't know if it's gonna beat 8.6.
weren't they the
What do
ones
you
that
think, Flo?
that shut this crowd up with the hype bubble?
No, that's Oikawa.
Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Shinjo.
That joke was so cold.
I think it's Haikyuu.
Okay, we'll pick Haikyuu.
All right.
Ah, I
No,
thought
Death
so.
Note. Ah,
Damn. That's
I
all
like
right.
how
We
I
made
see
it to
Pokemon at the
15.
end of all of
right.
these.
Right. We made it to 15. That was cool.
No, that was
Alright,
pretty cool. That was a lot of fun.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
that was fun.
Like I said, same as the last game. If y'all want to see us do more of that, just let us know in the comments and we can definitely throw that in, add that in, little games like that. That was pretty
I
fun.
like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Thank you for that, Noah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
you know it.
So, anything else we need to throw out here at the tail end here that we need to get to that we may have forgotten about?
Once you catch up on Chainsaw Man, we can start talking about that.
Hi,
Well, like I said,
Kiki.
I'm in the beginning of chapter 29, so I saw the whole throw up panel again. Like, disgusting.
Oh yeah,
You know,
still a
she's
great scene. How do I?
Oh
get
yeah,
you
definitely
in
memorable.
here?
But yeah, I got past that part.
He's like,
So
"What are you doing?"
Kitty cat.
That scene was hilarious. And what else did you see?
when Makima was going to Kyoto when she got attacked. I forgot about all that
Makima?
for the show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when she got shot up on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just getting
that's
past
right
all of
before
that.
the
Yeah.
Himino fight. Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting past all of that. So that's kind of like where I left off at.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, I seen the sword demon, the sword devil pop up. Like, okay, I know that's the big end fight with him and Denji. So
Yeah.
of all this
Yep.
shit. So I just saw him pop up. So okay, like I said, it's really giving me amped to watch it again. I'm like, nah, let me go ahead and finish reading it first before I got other stuff to get to first.
Yep.
Let me finish reading first before I go back and sit down and watch
Now,
it.
once
So
you finish reading something that's out, you instantly like, bro, I want to watch this right away.
I do. I really do
Yeah.
want to watch it so bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
So bad. But no, I'm moving through it. They're moving through it.
Yep.
I might move through a couple more tonight while I'm watching Monday Night Raw. So during
That's
commercial
dope.
breaks and stuff like that, just sit here and just get through as many panels as I possibly can.
Let's get to it. And once you catch up, we'll finally be able to talk about it every week.
Yay!
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I like this is making me excited for the movie. Now that we got a date for it, like I want to get to the part where y'all like, no, like this is where it turns up at. Like that's what. She just staring
Aw,
you down.
she's just like,
I'm being
Dad.
tapped.
Pay attention to me, please.
So cute.
You know you don't eat until 8. You still got 8 minutes.
That's like Vicious right now. I can hear him whining through the door. He doesn't eat till 8.
Yep.
My
You
diabetic
don't eat
cat
till
already
8.
ate, so she is conked out in the cat tree.
Okay.
She is snoring right now.
Awesome.
Sleep.
But yeah, that's gonna be awesome. That one and Boruto, I seriously can't wait to read week to week with y'all. That's gonna be so much fun because I've been waiting for some. I don't have any friends that I know in real life that are reading Boruto. I have some coworkers, but not some people that I talk to every week
Right.
about anime. So I
Gotcha.
can't wait to go week to week with that one too.
All right. I'm gonna do my best to pick up the pace on and try to get through things a little quicker. So
Just get yourself, what I say, my best advice is get yourself a time when you know you have time to do it, not when you rushing it in. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you got time to do it is when you can really lock in on some
like
chapters
when I'm
and
sitting
really,
here, I fly through it. Like I said, I can't like when I try to do it for my phone, it takes forever. But just sitting here like this, I can just easily get through it so easily. Yeah. So when I'm sitting here doing stuff like this or editing, I can have it up there and like take a pause from editing and read a couple pages, get back to work and stuff like that. It just works better in this setting for me. So
yeah.
Actually,
So
I might bring my while I'm going to sleep tonight. I might read some on my tablet while I'm laying down. That could work too. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna get there.
Go to sleep. I usually read a couple chapters right before I go to sleep. I'm telling you, you're gonna read enough to where you're gonna be like, damn, I gotta read One Piece. I'm telling you, bro, it's a
One
whole
day.
You're gonna be
community.
flying through that.
It's a whole, and One Piece you don't really have to go back and reread. I mean, eventually, obviously, you could, but because it's definitely not the same as the anime as the manga. But One Piece is fun because it's like the community of people who are like caught up with the manga, talking about it online and stuff, and then you see like the memes because people don't spoil too much unless you're on Twitter. So it's like you can see the memes being talked about and stuff, and then you got the family that's caught up with the episodes and hyped each time the episode comes out. So it's like, a fun little community.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all know what it is. We'll be dropping for y'all 10 a.m. on Thursday, like we always do for the newest episode. For this episode, we are currently finishing recording right now. Expect for some interesting top threes coming up with everything kind of coming to a close. Looking forward to see how that turns out next week as we get through this week of closures of some of our favorite episodes that are running right now. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to whatever topic Gabby brings next week. Who knows what we're in store for? Who knows what news is going to drop?
Thinking of them again.
I know, get a whole new crop of them. I did pick up the Bleach game too, but I really didn't get to touch it over the weekend. I was, like I said, trying to watch Fire Force. So I did like the tutorial.
I got it, but I've been too busy being a ninja.
I feel you. I booted up, did the tutorial, and I was like, okay, I remember what they just taught me how to do. I need to cut this off. I got to go back because I was so locked into Fire Force. Like, no, I need to keep watching that right now. So I just cut it right back off. Like, nope, this is going to distract me too much, and I need to. But it felt good so far. Like just running the tutorial, like it feels good to play. So
yeah,
and it looks good.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
hell yeah.
All right, let's call it a wrap for the evening, everybody. We will catch you all.
Peace out
in Discord or in the anime chat at some point this week. Just keep an eye out for what we're putting in there. So until next time, I will catch you all later. Deuces.
Peace.
Loading snacks.